we got a no-go. So I wanted to get a sample sheet of the Dragonfly down here for doing some side-by-sides to see how we compare to our technology. As I said before, it's pointless for us to give out any samples of our products due to the fact that, as I said before, the environments that I see on YouTube are dark environments. Are ambient light controlled environments. We don't do ambient light controlled environments. We specialize in ambient light projection technology. And I've always said this, and I'm going to state this from day one. I don't think that use ambient light controlled environments have real ambient light projection technology. I don't. And if you have true ambient light projection technology, you should be able to produce in just about any environment, including the max out zone we have downstairs. So I tried to get the sample sheet yesterday. We were told that I could go to a particular branch and get it, but when I got down there, the phone wasn't picking up. So tried again this morning after the video, and for some reason they don't have it. So just leave it at that. So that being said, we move on. As I said before, I'm not a yes man at the end of the day. I never will be a yes man. I don't care what you have for your business or your company. Don't care at the end of the day. It's all about, for me at the end of the day, to test and see what products are the best. And I stand behind 100% when I say the black technology we have, there's no gunmetal that will ever stand against it, and they will not. If they ever want to come and challenge the technology, like I said, we do it on our end. And the reason why, because I don't like the environments that they project their screens into. We don't do ambient light controlled environments, and I want to be in an environment that's fully lit, as we're designed to put our screens in. We put our screens in the maximum amount of lighting. It's the reason why I can walk through my house and I can basically display off my ceiling and floor anywhere I want, where if I'm watching screens under Certifies or anybody else, they're stuck in these medieval dark environments. We don't do that at the end of the day. We don't depend on high-end, expensive projectors to do the work, and we don't do the caliber projectors and all that other stuff. So, no big deal to me at the end of the day. It's nothing new. It's usually what we go through anyway. So, As I said before, look, it's freedom of speech. I'm going to say what I got to say. Bottom line is, our technology is better. And it is. It's much better. I can tell just by when I watch the environment alone, I can tell by when if I see a screen in an ambient light controlled environment, that's the first red flag that pops up for us that screen can't survive in a fully lit environment because it will wash out. It's going to have some contrast issues. It's going to have some color issues. There's going to be problems at the end of the day. So that's what we see. Now, for anyone sitting there and says, but hey, that could have been no, we don't need it. What for? Seriously, honestly. You couldn't even understand my technology if I tried to explain it. Because the problem is they all go by these protocols. And these protocols is you got to have a certain distance, you got to be at an angle, and optimize and view and all that nonsense. We don't believe in that nonsense at the end of the day. I just don't. Nope. Now, do I believe that it's a good screen? Yeah. From what I've seen on the Dragonfly, it looks amazing. Yeah, I don't know how it would compare to some of the other gunmetals we have over here, but it looks like an amazing screen. That's why we're interested in it, because it looks really, really challenging. But would a gunmetal compete with the black contrast screen? No. The whole purpose of the gunmetal screen was able to produce a higher contrast level than the gray screens. So, I like to I like to show you why. All right, so this is an advanced light screen right here. We've got these because this is a nice dark gunmetal screen. It has 0.9 dark surface of it all. there. DMP Supernova right there for you. Now, the time we got back from the secretary that I guess he said he wasn't interested. But of course he wasn't, because you heard what I said on camera. And what I said on camera crystal clear was our technology's better. It would be an extremely bad idea, and I mean, seriously, it would be an extremely bad idea at the price of what one of those screens cost if it were to get beat by a screen of $204. The best thing to do when it comes to our company, and if you're a certified company, is to ignore us. That's the best thing to do. You don't want to go against any of this technology we develop over here. Just to show you. These are all certified. We don't slander anyone's product. We don't say the product's not worth buying. We don't say that, because I say compared to a white screen or a gray screen paint, untested gray screen paint mix, a gunmetal screen is going to be more superior. It is. But next to our technology, it won't be to hold a candle to. I think that's a matinee black right there. And this right here is a Seymour AV 1.3. I can take these same screens we have right here. We got a 39 Black Widow downstairs. I can take that screen and I can rise it all the way up to those high fluorescent lights, and I can still maintain an image with no problem whatsoever. And that's 39. Try to explain some of these companies how our technology works, and they're still stuck in those old traditions of the 1.0 and 2.0 gain count. Well, we use a formula that allows us to do that. Whopping 0.9 gain. Now, keep in mind, when you state that you're not interested, you have to understand, I was never interested from the door. Because again, as I said before, usually when we have to deal with companies who develop projection screens, their motive isn't basically to take years and years and years of their technology and recode it with our technology. That's not their intention. Their intention is to figure out exactly how much of a threat our technology may become. And I'm here to tell you that it's a serious threat. We're not done. We still got more certifieds to go. And as I said before, I'm a man of God. I can't be bought out. Can't be persuaded. I have a purpose for my technology, and it's to develop a more better technology that the customers can afford at the end of the day. They don't require calibrating, they don't require expensive projectors, they don't require to have special screens for ultra short throw projectors, and they can take their screens outside if they want, where these screens can't go. Matter of fact, none of these screens can be used with ultra short throw. They have to be used with special projectors because they are not ultra short throw compatible. That's why you gotta be careful when you do demonstrations with these screens to make sure that they are giving more than this. I have more than that. I gotta find more sample sheets. Some more than that. Over here. missing two more. Now, like I said, we've never slandered anybody's product. Well, the product here works perfectly fine. Does exactly what it's designed to do. Some of these are designed to outperform white projection screens, but our technology is designed to outperform you. That's the way we engineered it. What would be the point of me developing technology to take out a white screen? Do we have enough? Now, we've done these tests, whether these are normal tests or normal demonstrations. And the fact that you wrote the email curious about getting a sample sheet means you'll always have it in the back of your head to always wonder if you could take the screen. But in my head, I already know I can from my testing. Let's get something for this one here. Yeah. All right, to make sure everything is laying nice and flat on the surface. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 certified screens. 5,000 lumen projector. Chrissy, discontinued in 2012. As I said before, that you guys can't take our screens. It's virtually impossible. And that means that we can offer the customer technology for far cheaper, far lesser, no expensive projectors required, no dark environments, no special projectors for ultra short throw, and our screens can produce a 100% black level without spending the money for thousands of dollars for a projector that can do a 2 million to 1. Starfield screensaver.
Getting live on YouTube.
And this is why they consider the technology to be a threat. So if you guys want to talk about contrast levels, you can't beat the screen in any way whatsoever, because the screen can basically see 100% contrast. Even if the customer has a projector of, say, 720p, and say it only has 100 to 1 contrast, he will pick up a black level if his projector can do 2 million to 1 easy. Red screen.
Getting live on YouTube.
No calibration required with our technology, which means to get your colors right, you don't have to sit there and figure out how to calibrate your projector. The screen can do it automatically, produces a beautiful red. Or blue screen.
Getting live on YouTube.
And you know what's scary about this? It took us 20 minutes to develop this technology. It took us only 1 week to test it and knock it out and have it up already for sale. And if we want, we can actually drop this screen and develop other technology more advanced than this. So for companies who think that they get our technology and they can figure it out, ain't gonna happen. There are any different versions of this technology we can develop, and we can make it within 20 minutes, which you're gonna see today when the 48 comes through here. This is a gamer series. Let's go with slow color changeout. Now, like I said,
Getting live on YouTube.
technology they have here does exactly what's done. Gunmetals are designed to produce heavier contrast levels, more richer colors, and they can maintain that white level because they have that reflective surface. But again, like I said, next to our technology, they don't match up. We can turn a gunmetal screen into a light gray screen or a white screen if we choose, depending on how high the heightener is. 44s produce the highest white levels. So 44 can take a dark gunmetal screen and turn into a light shade of gray or even white. That's why I said that extremely good idea that you basically decide to, not be interested. I'm gonna There you go. Just for kicks and giggles. Paper there. White sheet paper there. And white sheet of paper there. And this is the part that some of the big companies don't understand at the end of the day. That they say, well, you know, we got the money. I don't care about that. I don't care about the money. I don't care about this at the end of the day. At the end of the day, understand, I don't chase that at the end of the day. I chase God. If it's meant for me to have, it's meant for me to have. It's not to not. But at the end of the day, my technology is better and always will be better. It takes you years to develop your technology. It takes us no time at all to develop technology that can take yours out and within minutes. We can drop the entire product line. We develop an entire new one that can still wipe out your stuff. I got technology that goes back to 12s and it can still wipe your stuff out clean with no problem. What I mean, we're way beyond what you guys do at the end of the day. We're way beyond. That's why you contact us. We don't contact you. Remember I said about the white sheets of paper? White sheets of paper, white sheet of paper, white sheet of paper. And this is just a 44. When a 66 drops, ooh, man, that is going to be a complete nightmare for a certified screen. The way we're going to engineer that thing will literally turn your screen. I don't care, you know, the darkest gunmetal you can possibly think of. It'll turn your screen into a white sheet of paper if it lays against that screen. And it will cost far more, less than your products. Far less. So keep in mind, y'all couldn't even come down to our capital because your capital would implode. There's no way in the world. You can't drop a $5,000 screen all the way down to $204. It's virtually impossible. You can't do it. But we can do it. So, you know. And am I bothered by it? No, not really, to tell you the truth. Because again, like I said, I'm not really interested in those companies. I'm not. As I said before, y'all testing, from what I've seen in y'all testing and what I've seen already in y'all environments are too dark for us. We don't work in environments that dark. I don't do anything like control, calibrated, none of that stuff. But I do appreciate and thank you so much for emailing us. We do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. And thank you so much for emailing me and taking an interest in our product. But I said already on camera long before, I'm not interested. Color test.
Getting live on YouTube.
Problem with your screens are your screens have that reflective surface, and that reflective surface generates way too much white light, which throws your balance completely off. And this is the reason why you're forced to calibrate your projectors, because your colors are not coming up correctly. It also too interferes with your ambient light projection technology, and that's why you have to be in an ambient light controlled environment. You'll see white levels are way too high. know most people, they're probably thinking it's lost. Nah, not my loss. Yours. Like I said, my technology is better. And I know that for a fact because I know you guys don't do tests like this. They don't do multiple certified screen tests. Yeah, only we do it. You guys do tests against white screens. Now I can understand that at the end of the day because majority that's what you're going to run into. Most establishments you're going to run into a white screen. Well, can you imagine in that establishment was our technology? You couldn't go in there. Because that would be the dominant technology. But I never could understand. I was like, why do they do white screens so much? And then I realized that, yeah, every establishment I walk in have a white screen. So yeah, their technology does have an improvement over a white screen. Oh yeah, it definitely does. It's gunmetal. But next to our technology, no. We're more superior. And we cost far less. You guys are in ambient controlled environments, high-end 4K projectors, and you're doing demonstrations against white sheets and white screens and all that stuff. We're doing demonstrations against your top certified screens. This is why when we go onto our storefronts and we show demonstrations like this, yeah, what a right month I spent $5,000 for a projection screen at 100 inches when they can get one at 150 inches at under $400. Got plenty of power, got a nice 5,000 lumen Christie projector, plenty of power, full 1080p. You tell me you have to have 4K to show an improvement, that's not good. That means the customer has to spend money for a 4K projector just to get an improvement. You're telling them in order to get his colors correct, he has to calibrate. Most people don't want to calibrate them today. The average Joe does not want to calibrate. Average Joe wants to paint the screen, set up his projector, maybe fit it with the brightness and contrast and color a little bit, and that's it, they're done. Pop some popcorn or watch movies and Netflix, that's what they want to do. They don't want to be calibrating anything at the end of the day, and they do not want to be stuck in dark environments or ambient light controlled environments. If that's the case, you might just buy a TV. You're sitting there equalizing your lights, trying to figure out what's the best mood or setting to get the screen to react. Oh no, heck no. Alright, so watch that. I do thank you. I'm not rude or I'm not rude. I do thank you for basically taking the time to email us. But like I said before, since yesterday, not really interested. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. The people are very nice. Like I said, no disrespect. Very nice, very polite. It's a good thing you didn't. DK, Desire Nature.
Getting life on YouTube.
So, a little message for big companies out there. Don't contact me. I'm not interested. Period. Our goal is for one thing and for one thing only, is to even the playing field.
Google Pixel 6a lasts up to 72 hours with extreme battery saver, so you might need to recharge before it does. Google Pixel 6a. Buy Pixel 6a and get up to $300 back.
I'm not being rude, I just don't bother me. In my own world, doing my testing and whatever, developing my technology, I'm not interested in anything you have. Not a thing. It's not to be rude or anything, I'm just not interested. I'm not. What for? Why would I be interested? Just not. I'm excited today because I get a chance to test out the gamer paint, which I can't wait. I'm so excited about that. That's what I'm happy about. Now, when the video's over, I'll be blocking you from my YouTube channel. I block all of them from my YouTube channel. What's the point of looking at something that at the end of the day, you're not going to be to compete against? So, I have no interest, and you should have no interest at the end of the day, so I'm just going to block y'all. No, not y'all guys. Their company blocking. Tron. Trailer.
Getting live on YouTube.
Just to show you what a movie looks like when the technology is compared to certified screens. Batman versus Superman.
Getting live on YouTube.
As I said before, this technology can see 100% contrast. Football highlights.
Getting live on YouTube.
There we go.
If this is what today looks like, what will it look like tomorrow? Well, John Letterman is
Yeah, we're not going to that movie.
This is supersonic Wi-Fi for Xfinity.
And
The band of degrees has never felt more intense. What does this button do?
That's me. What does that button do?
People internet, only at Xfinity.
Making a home means making decisions. Lots of them. So we promise to be here with prices you'll love if you just promise to put your heart into it.
Now, later on, we'll be taking this screen outside, but they can't go because, again, they're not designed for outside. That technology is.
Open this season, 2025, and Edwards Alaire is the running back. And he gets the handle.
You can't see color. You can't see the green on the football field. Neither can you pick up the red on the uniforms.
First down, Kelsey helped clear him, helped get some yardage. Here comes Green from Alaire, Tampa Bay. He's in and slot to the right, second and 4. Edwards Alaire, and great blocking. They open up backside, and he gets bounced. And he finds out. Green almost missed it.
4K snow screensavers.
Getting live on YouTube.
We can also maintain a white level with a screen that can pick up a 100% black level and pick up amazing color capabilities. Where I told you before, the screens are picking too high of a white level. That's why they can't register the color or contrast. So they can't transition. If your white level is too high, you can't pick up the detail and the contrast. Skyworth food demonstration.
Getting live on YouTube.
Transition from black to white. color won't pick up, but you can maintain your white levels, but your color won't pick up. Watch the tomato. See the white levels, can't see the color. Has to be a balance. Ooh, 5%. Samsung 4K demonstrations.
Daily Life on YouTube.
So if the gunmetal screen's whole purpose is for a higher contrast level, how does it compete to a screen that can do a 100% contrast level without flaw? This is why I said the whole purpose of gunmetal technology is to produce a much heavier shade of gray. They don't pull black. When you have a gunmetal technology at the end of the day, can pull a 100% black level. It makes it more superior than any gunmetal screen. So up against this screen, we have high silvers, we got mid grays, and we got gunmetals. And that technology can take every last one of them in with no problem. Doesn't make a difference if the screen is a high grade silver, if it's a mid grade screen, or gunmetal. That technology can take it. When I get done, I can detach my screen off the wall, take it outside, hook it up, and watch the game outside if I want. I can swap out the ultra short throw projectors if I choose. And for the 5 or 6 years it takes you guys to develop and test your products, we can knock ours out in 20 minutes to an hour and have all tests completed in one day. Live. All of them passed with no problem. That's why I said you don't know what you're up against. Plus, at the end of the day, people, when it comes down to the mixes and all that stuff, they're not in our category. When we design our technology, they're designed for certifieds. That's what they're developed for. So the bragging rights we have when we walk into a room, that we can basically develop technology to 20 minutes to an hour. One day of testing and pass all tests in live demonstrations and environments that they couldn't even think about putting their screens into. Isn't God amazing? That's why we say powered by God's technology. That's why we really don't take the gray mixes seriously, because again, these are the kind of demonstrations we're used to doing. Well, this was fun. said, nothing bad about any of the screens here. They do their job. They do what they're designed to do, as always. But at the end of the day, our technology is engineered to overwhelm theirs. And if I'm going to call my product the best, then I had to go against the best. Jewelry demonstration.
Getting live from YouTube.
So before this technology can register white light on another different level, still maintain a 100% black level in the whole process. Love it. In time for breakfast. Yeah, I'm just not having breakfast, buddy. Now, imagine all this with the lights on. Do you have any idea what this technology looks like with the lights out? Yeah, it's insane. Most people can only maintain this image if they're sitting in the dark. We can maintain this in the lights on. Let's play around here just for a little bit.
Lights on, city water.
AK Black Beta Fish.
Getting live from YouTube.
Look at the water rippling over the top. Now, if you notice, if you look at the screen, look at the objects in the environments, everything's black. It's supposed to match the screen. When I see screens and I watch demonstrations, I'm trying to pull up a contrast level. If that screen comes up gray and it doesn't match anything in the environment, then that screen's not pulling a black level. So that's one of the things I'm looking for when I'm watching screens trying to pull a contrast level in a fully lit environment. We're looking at anything in the object in the environment that's black. So if it doesn't match the screen and it comes up gray on the screen and it's black here, then it's not picking it up. Let's get some interesting colors in here. Oh, wait, I need to go that, and I need to go to here. There we go. Remember, that's black screen. I think I'd probably make it in some trouble if I go to one of those electronic shows, because I literally would be going from booth to booth to how much you pay for your projector? Really? Yeah, I'd be laughing from booth to booth. Like, you paid that much money for a projector, really? The more expensive projector they paid for, the more the screen can't do at the end of the day. I got a 2012 model over here. I'm not having a problem. $500. So if it looks like this on this 2012 model, imagine what it looks like with your projector at the end of the day. Beautiful that looks. Let's get some interesting colors. Some tigers. You think tigers are animals? They do show a lot of tigers in there, don't they? Let me see. There we go. And again, we don't calibrate jack. Now, the beautiful thing about the technology we have here, instead of sometimes with some of the certified companies, if it's a motorized projection screen, it's going to cost you more money. With our technology, you can go and buy yourself a cheap motorized projection screen coated with this technology. And now if you turn the cheap motorized projection screen with the ability to be able to do the same thing as 9 or 10 certified screens. And your screen is automatically ultra short though right from the door. You can take it outside if you want to. You can use it in a fully lit environment and you don't have to spend a lot of money for a projector. Imagine that. Turn an old everyday white, cheap, fixed frame projection screen into a high performance screen. Paint anything you want. Right back at you, buddy. As a viewing angle anywhere, I can lay on the ground and watch the screen. Has no narrow viewing cone effect. I can watch it there, or anywhere. Isn't that crazy? Now the reason why we do that, because some screens have something called the narrow viewing cone effect, which means if you turn from the left or to the right or whatever, the screen goes dark around the edges and becomes black. With our technology, we can lay right underneath of it and not have that issue. You can't do that. Your screens will go dark because you have that narrow viewing cone effect. That's why. Now, not all screens are plagued with the narrow viewing cone effect. Not all of them. But certain ones are plagued with the narrow viewing cone effect. And, oh wait, I want to point out, show you the projector. So we're using our Chrissy LW505, a 2012 projector. You can pick up on eBay for $500, sometimes $400. And that's it. Let's check out some beautiful fruits. That's why I wasn't being too rude when I said their environments are too dark for us. Screens are a little bit more advanced than that. And later on today, I'm going to take the same screen, go outside, and watch the game off of it. Now, we will be, today, as I said before, we'll be showing off the 48, the Fusion Gamer, today. At least I think we'll be 50% done, because we're still missing one of the elements. But Enough to me to paint the screen and have some fun with it. We're doing some gaming demonstrations on that one. That's a pretty good couple of demonstrations. We showed you today the screen doesn't match black paint in any way. There's no grade mix or grade products that can match the screen, or silvered. Put a white sheet of paper, doesn't match either. And then we just went 9 certifieds, and we were to show you the difference in the product and certify screens, and then walk around and show you the different angles that the screen picks up nice and bright. There you go. So that way, if they ever get the idea about thinking about, well, we can just take regular black paint and do the same thing. Yeah, good luck on that one. Good luck. So from what these certified companies probably have seen today or watch later on, as you can see by our technology, this is the reason why we really are not interested in what you have. I even had a bit of a challenge. If anyone could find any certified company out there using the same amount of light we're using and the same old projectors we're using in our demonstrations, I give them free screen paint for a year. And nobody can find it because all the demonstrations we're using ambient light controlled environments and these overpriced, expensive, high-end projectors. So if the customer wants to use an older projector or maybe a 720p or maybe just keep his old projector, is he going to be subjected to turn around and spend more money for a more upgrade projector for the screen? Or can he use his old 720p or old 1080p projector that he's had since 2012? If you had called him up and told him what kind of projector we're using over here, they'd laugh at you like, no, you can't use that. You can't. That's too old. Get something newer than that. It's not going. Your picture quality is going to look absolutely horrible with that projector. No, it's not. All comes down to the screen. At the end of the day, you can have the most expensive projector in the world. If you don't have the proper screen, your projector is only worth nothing. Well, this has been fun. I have to get ready for the new game of technology that's going to be coming in soon, which is going to be quite freaking amazing. I can't wait. Download some games to play on it too on top of that. So I can't wait to get that popping and get that going. All right. Well, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the demonstration. If you're interested in the 44, it is available on our website with free worldwide shipping. Thank you all for your time. I have to go, and God bless.